Mims Productions.
We have something to say, so won't you listen up?
Listen up.
We have something to say, so won't you listen up? Every man, woman, boy, and girl. Won't you listen up? We're gonna touch the world. We have something to say, so won't you listen up?
Listen up.
We have something to say, so won't you listen up?
Hey, what's going on? Mims Productions here, presenting another podcast. Today we're going to talk about getting your mind right. Obviously working towards 365 days of happiness. Realize this. Number 9 on my list. Everyone will not think like you. Everyone will not think like you. Although this is common sense, this is not trigonometry, geometry. It's not even pre-algebra. It's basic 1, 2, 3s in life. And every now and then, we need to be reminded. Notice I said we, which is inclusive. I'm not excluding myself. My wife laughs at me and says, "You are irritated a lot because you think everyone else is stupid." No, I do not. I just get really annoyed when something basic is presented and I think the norm is to do A and you decide you're going to do B. Drives me insane. For example, we'll do something really simple and then I'll graduate it to life and things that I have dealt with. Something simple. On and on ramp. As you're getting on, and if you're from the South Jersey area, we're going to use getting on 42 from the Blackwood Clementon Road exit to get on 42 heading towards Philadelphia. You get in this lane here, you're heading on to the highway, and then the highway merges in with the road that you're actually getting on. Everyone has dealt with this. You're getting on a lane, you're getting onto the highway, and somebody's bearing down on you in the right lane. You got 2, 3 other lanes or lines you can get in, and here you are bearing down on me as I get on the on ramp. Common sense to me would say, move over. You know people got coming on. If you're driving with the cushion of safety that's taught in probably every driver's manual, you would notice you're supposed to be looking up so many seconds ahead. I should be included in that so many seconds ahead. You should move over so that I could get on the on-ramp. Everyone doesn't think like you. To me, people drive like how they are, which is selfishness. If you are selfish, you would drive like a selfish person. Everyone doesn't think like you. Everyone doesn't think like me. I, for one, get into the middle lane so that the person can go ahead and get on safely. That is nerve-wracking. But that's me thinking about how I feel when I'm trying to get on the on-ramp. Let's graduate this to something even more personal. I will not go to the kitchen to grab me a snack in the middle of the night once we have come upstairs for the night and not offer to bring my spouse something. Honey, do you want something? No, I'm good. Honey, are you sure? No, I'm good. Guess what I do anyway? Whatever I'm getting, I get a double portion and I get an additional spoon because guess what? Somehow what I have is going to look appetizing and she's going to say, "Can I have some?" Or "Let me get a little bit." Since I know that in advance, I'm going to go ahead and prepare for that in advance. After several years of being married, or several years of being with someone, you should think ahead. Now, my wife does the same thing for me, but maybe your spouse doesn't. Don't get mad. Maybe your loved one doesn't. Don't get mad, because everyone does not think like you. Keep being you. Don't change who you are. Keep it pushing, and you will be blessed. You will be happy because you're doing something for someone else. There's studies show. Now, do I have a reading to qualify this right now? No, I do not. I read it somewhere, so I won't say studies show because it makes you sound like you're extra smart about the situation, and I don't have anything in front of me. So I'm going to say it like this. I have read that people who do for others are often more happy than people who don't. Again, that sounds like common sense. The people who don't are probably selfish and miserable and think about themselves and what they don't have. That's a whole nother podcast. Everyone doesn't think like you. Let's try another one. You may decide you want to move, whether it's up the street, around the corner, in another town, another county, another state, or another country. You're doing it for reasons unbeknownst to the people you're announcing it to. Everybody don't have to see this vision because guess why it's called your vision. If you think it's going to help your family out, if you think it's going to push you forward in your career, shoot. If you think it's just going to make you happy and more well-rounded, do it. You're going to get feedback. Well, why are you doing that? What's wrong with right here? You think you better. You're going to come back. Nobody ever stays away. All your family's here. All your friends are here. Well, but that may all be true. Just because it's not good for the goose, in this case, does not mean it's not good for the gander. I know we moved and we came back. But the thing is, when we moved, we never said we wasn't coming back or we were not coming back. We said we're going to try it out, see how it goes. We put a time cap on it, up to 3 years. 3 years I can come back. Certification is still good. And I came back and I was fortunate enough to get my old job back. Pretty much live in the same area. But we came back, revitalized, a different mindset on family, friends, working, and priorities. Guess what? Some people say, well, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have did this. You end up right back where you started. Negative. If you have a different mindset, you have propelled yourself way beyond where you started. You're just in the same location, but your mind is somewhere else. Everyone doesn't think like you. Everyone will not think like you. You think like you be happy with you, and you keep it pushing. I'm Lee Mims. This is another podcast from Lee Mims Productions. We got something to say. Check me out on youtube.com/TLM0406 or LeeMimsProductions.com for all your latest podcasts and music. 365 days of happiness is possible.